back then. It was a little different. Here it is. It was basically our yearbook, okay? It was a book and it had faces, all right? And we wrote in it. And this is how we text back then. We actually passed notes between class. That's a text message back in the 80s. Okay. Well, dances have changed. You're going to see the step and crump performers in just a minute. It's a little different. For us, we had a lot of dances. Larry Dotson was great. He did the Roger Rabbit, the Running Man, the Robots. But often our dances just ended up being a slow dance, if you will, okay? Little Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. Now look at this side shot. This is our homecoming queen, Sherry Hedger. That's me. I've asked her to dance. Look at her expression. She is saying, when will this dance end and how can I get out of here? That is her entire expression right there. So we'll move on. Now that shot is not supposed to be in there, Will Bean. Will Bean, put that in there. Okay, this is my junior prom. I didn't want this in here. I was a bit shorter back in high school, I'll say that. And I had asked a girl that was taller, Shelley Herding. Now the photographer, this is a true story, the photographer said, Mike, why don't you hop up on the box and we'll cut the photo off at your knees. No one will see it. So this is what ends up in the yearbook. Thank you very much. Again, more therapy. Mike Egan, thank you very much. Well, how about TV, right? If we go back to 1960, 50 years ago, it was all Jerry Mathers, Leaving It to Beaver, right? We've changed a little bit now. We're all about Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show in the 80s. And today, you students are all filled with glee and singing along each day in high school, right? Okay. How about movies? Changed a little bit back in 1960. We had the group, they wouldn't take a shower due to Psycho. And they were all riding chariots in Spartacus. For us, I think the movie that summed up our high school year had to be The Breakfast Club, right? And we went back to the future with Michael J. Fox. Today you guys are exploring other planets with Avatar, and whether you're Jacob or Edward on Twilight. So big changes just in the movie area. How about gaming, right? You want to get a game of recreation? Try to picture Jim Clifton playing a game of Twister back in 1960, okay? That's what happened. Now today, a little difference. We would head down to Tiffany's Skate Inn, and I never had a date during the couples skate only, so I would head over to the arcade and play Pac-Man. That was our big game in the 80s. And today's students, you're all virtual, you're all doing it in 3D, Halo 3, games that are very interactive today. So, how about prices? We don't need a speech on inflation, right? We all know that prices have changed. But let's say the 1960 class wanted to go to the Liberty Theater and buy a movie ticket. Back then in 1960, $1. For us in 85, we'd head to the Valley Cinemas over by Kmart. $3 for a movie ticket. And you guys today head up to Longston Place, maybe South Hill, $10 a ticket. How about a new car? You guys want to drive in 1960? You'd have to work a few summers in the Berry Farms, $2,500. For us, many, many jobs to head down and get a new vehicle at $9,000. And today, it takes quite a bit of work to find a new vehicle at $25 grand. And finally, how about housing prices? You should have bought back then, right? Our 1960 grads, they were able to find a house at $12,000. For us in the 80s, up to 90 grand. And today, well, you got to keep working, 210,000. Compare that to last year, 300,000. We're moving in the right direction, right, everybody? So, all right. Hey, well, it was all about the phonograph for many of our graduates. You head down to a downtown Meridian store and buy your 33 or your 45. For us in the 80s, though, we headed to the mall called the Hi-Ho Shopping Center. And as we did that, we purchased a Sony Walkman and put our cassette player in that thing. Now, you guys today, you head to Fred Meyer or maybe South Hill Mall, and you pick up your iPod, right? You load that up. It's all downloads these days. But back in the 80s, we had a channel that was created in the 80s. It was all music, all the time, and it only played music videos. That was the birth of MTV back in the 80s. Today, you know, MTV still survives, but there's not much music, right? Now you just get a lot of scenes with Snooki and The Situation. That's about it. So, you know, you had your outrageous performers today. Here's Lady Gaga, as many of us know. Here she is wearing a full meat suit. We'd like to say outrageous performers run the generations. We can meet your Lady Gaga with a few of our own. How about this group of Boy George of Culture Club, Flock of Seagulls, Devo, and the great conservative Republican Dee Snider of Twisted Sister over there, right? And finally, it's just as we all know about music. It's people like Eminem today, and Taylor Swift, and Katy Perry, and Jay-Z, and Kesha, right? To name just a few. And if we can pull the spotlight up, we've got a few of our seniors and juniors from student leadership. We thought we'd show them a little fashion from today. This is 2010 fashions. Bring it out, guys. Bring it out. Mr. Ryan, you're going to play us in a little Lady Gaga. Here we go. Come on out, guys. Hey, don't look up. It's all texting now. Thank you, guys. And moving up to our era, a little different. How about Don't Stop Believing with Journey, okay? That was our song. We had the Police. The Police were young back then in the 80s. Groups like U2 were just starting out. Others, Purple Rain, Prince brought it to us back then in 85. We had, 1984 was Van Halen, right? And of course, Madonna back then. So we thought we'd show you a little fashion back from 1985. We're our fashion models. Come on, here's our 80s dressers. Come on out, guys. You'll notice the Run DMC sweatshirt, that's vintage. The leopard pants, it's all about checkered fans, still in today. It all comes back eventually. The mullet, again in style, right? The big belts. Nice Letterman's jacket, Tony. That's really nice. Yes. Great, great, great work. There they are. There they are. Give them a hand, everybody. Thank you, guys. He's going to sell that on eBay. That's great. All right. Well, just to wrap up, many things have changed, but some of the best things stay the same. A lot of great teachers. You know, when I think of Heward and Erlenmeyer, who've been here forever. But how about this? We've had Marcia Post forever. This Bev Vesey, is she here? Miss Vesey, is she around here? Where is she? Is right over there under the basket, everybody. Put a spotlight on her over there. There she is. All right, there she is. And this is a picture for today, but look at this. Our 1985 yearbook, Mrs. Vesey, back there. Hasn't changed a minute. Thank you, Mrs. Vesey, so much. Great, great faculty. And finally, we talked a lot about music, but, you know, we have to admit, we had the greatest performer, we think, of all time. #1 selling album of all time. He's really a thriller. We did lose him earlier this year, but we thought we had to play out a little bit with the great one, the king of pop, the great Michael Jackson. Dance team, where are you, band? Mr. Ryan? Take it away, guys. Minutes for you. We're a proud class. We're back. Thanks for having us back. And this is our only chance. We only get this every 25 years, Mr. Smith. So stand up, class. Let's do this yell one more time. Get up, guys. Here they are. Oh, boy, this is a motley group. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We will strike.